Hello grade 10s. We are going to continue with the next part of the pact, and we are going to draw our attention specifically to this bulleted point where it clearly states that you need to have two possible solutions in terms of two freehand drawings which you need to design the inside part of your two-bedroom B&B for your client. Then of course, while you're designing it, you need to include all the fixtures and the features. You will have to include the fridge, the double sink, the two-seater couch, front loader washing machine, dining room table, double bed in the bedrooms, and also you need to add your dimensions as well as all the existing structures like the doors and the windows. Now this is a very important process of design, and this is going to be freehand. Very important, it has to be freehand. No rulers are allowed, and that is why you need to consult your workbook and go to the pack section where you are going to remove the entire pack section from your book. Let's have a look at that. So we are referring to the practical assessment task, and that's where the acronym PAT comes from, P-A-T. And this is the part which we are going to remove. The practical assessment task consists of the cover sheet, and then it has 3 grid pages like this. And then of course you will have some blank sheet of paper which you have been allocated borders around, and a title bar at the bottom, which is basically ready for you to be able to use. So what I want you to do is to take one of the grid pages and set it up for me on your drawing pad, like that, where you line your T-square with either one of the lines on your grid page. You need to remember that we have to use a specific scale, and the scale which we are going to use is going to be 1:50. And I want to repeat, the scale is 1:50. What does it mean? It basically means that all the dimensions that you will see here will have to be divided by 50, and that is what a scale of 1:50 is all about. So the first sub-activity which you are going to do is you will look at this specific drawing on your instruction page, and I'm going to request of you to divide each of these real dimensions which you see here by 50. This is something that you've done previously in your civil component. You've taken dimensions and you divided those dimensions by 50. So 2 blocks would equate to a meter. So when we have our divisions, we can actually use the blocks as 10 millimeters on our grid page. So every block here equates to 10 millimeters. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about, should you take your ruler, that is the 10 millimeters that we see there. Now just to give you an indication as to how I'm going to start, I would love to have my design perfectly centerized here. And when I look at my design, I'm probably going to start right here at the bottom in that specific corner there. So I can, however, perhaps just identify a point right there which I'm going to start, which will allow enough space to the top and enough space to the side, which will perfectly centerize my design. So when I take 7,460 divided by 50, on my calculator I'm going to get 149. I am, however, going to round this off to the nearest 10 because I'm working in blocks of multiples of 10, which makes it really easy for me to design. So that will be rounded off to 150. And 150 means that I have to use 15 blocks to the top. So I'm going to count my blocks from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's where I'm going to stop. And that is the entire side that I see there. If I now go back to my starting point, which is there, and I'm going to go across this way, I will have to take 6 meter 460 and divide that by 50, and I'm going to get 129, which I'm going to round off to 130. So that's going to be 13 blocks to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then I'm going to go to the back here, learners, and I'm going to draw this part here, which is going to be that line over there. So I have to add this section here, which is added to this part over here to allow for that little piece to be added. So I took 2 meter 239 divided by 50, which will give me 45. So that 45 I'm going to round off to 50 because I'm working in multiples of 10. So basically I can draw this line right until this point over here, and then I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the addition that I have here as my 45. I'm now going to take 2 meter 500 and divide that by 50 as well, and I'm going to get an amount of 50, which is going to be 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I can easily just connect this up here. I don't even need to divide my dimensions anymore. I can just connect that, and that is the shape that is required. And that is perfectly centerized. Just keep in mind that one of the constraints was we can't change the outline of the building. So we are going to add our outside wall, which is going to be 5 millimeters, like we've done previously in our activities, and inside walls will be 3 millimeters. I'm then going to divide this section into 2 parts here, which these 2 will serve as my 2 bedrooms, one here and one there. And then I'm going to have my kitchen area over here and my dining area as an open plan there, and that's going to be my bathroom. And I will have internal walls which are going to be 3 millimeters thick to be able to separate the different rooms. Then by doing that, I'm going to add my windows for ventilation in the various rooms where I feel they should be. Remember, it's your design, you can decide. This is merely a sample. You can change things around as you please. I'm also going to have the entry and exit points in terms of our doors. And then, learners, I'm going to add all the features and fixtures in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the rooms, as the specifications inform us. I will then have to label my respective rooms as my bedrooms, my bathroom, my kitchen, and my living room. I will have to add my dimensions to the sides here to be able to also work out my area of my building. And finally, learners, I will then enhance my drawing by adding red to my walls, because red is the official color for a new building. And that will serve as my hatching. Just keep in mind that this is only an example, and that you can shape and size the inside as you feel by moving the rooms in different ways. Once this drawing has been concluded, you will evaluate and look at it, and you will probably change a few things so that you can come up with a second design. Now, learners, just to give you an indication of 2 possible designs which we could do. So if you have your first design like that, there, I'm probably going to divide that into half. Create this, my bathroom here. That is bedroom 1. That is bedroom 2. This is my kitchen area, and that is my living area, of which this is my bathroom there. That could be design number 1. Then I can go to design number 2, where I can change a few of the walls on the inside. That will remain my bathroom. I will of course, divide this part here into two, which becomes my bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and then I can have this as my open plan kitchen and living room area as my second design. So that is basically an example of what you possibly could do and how you can come up with different design. Nothing prevents you from doing a third design. So let's get started on this design. Watch carefully how it unfolds.